everybody.
Hello.
It is I, Miss Laura, and joining me today is Mr. Matt.
Hey.
And we are talking about bugs, pretty much. So for our program craft, we are actually providing you with a little craft pack that says Bug Observatory, and you're going to be making your own little bug catcher. So inside of the bag, you're going to have a small drinking bottle, empty water bottle that has been washed and cleaned. You're going to have a string, a little bit of a nylon, and your own little magnifying glass to help you find these critters. So I'm going to real quick show you how I made a couple of my bug catchers or bug observatories, and then I'm going to turn it over to Matt, and he is going to show you some of the bugs that he found and that you can also find. So first thing, with my little bug observatory, you're going to have an adult kind of help you with this, but I cut off the bottom of it, and then I just took my piece of nylon, and I'll show you real quick. It's very stretchy. I stretched it down, I cut it to the size I wanted, and then took some duct tape around, and this allows your bugs to breathe because they, just like us, have to have air.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that so that they can have plenty to breathe, and I can look at them sideways through my container here. And then with my string, I simply tied it around the neck of my bottle so it's not going to come off. It's nice and tight. And that way, if I want to, when I'm out in my backyard, I can wear it. And then if you have really tiny bugs, you can put them right through that hole there. Mm-hmm. I can also then take my little magnifying glass and watch and see what my critters are doing. Now, I don't waste any part of my stuff, so Matt is actually using the bottom portion, I'm going to pick that up real quick, of my bottle, so that if you want to put your specimen in there, you can look at it a little bit closer that way too. Now, another way you can build it, you can use any size container. This is a 2 liter of soda?
Yes.
Okay,
yep.
2 liter and
That's
a
1
1
liter.
liter.
Yep.
Very bad with measurements, and we even have a glass jar. So all of these jars will work. For this one, I simply cut out a section in the middle of my bottle. I cut out my nylon again to fit over that hole, taped it down so it gives me a little bit of a bigger opening, allows them to breathe. Again, I can see they can go in through that, or if you want to put them through the big hole and then seal it up, you can. And then why don't you go ahead and tell us how you made yours, and then talk to us about your critters.
Okay, so this is just a pickle jar that I emptied and washed out and knocked some holes in the top. You might have to get an adult to put holes in the top with a knife. I used a pocket knife for that. And then I just went outside and I grabbed myself some roly-polies.
And tell us what roly-polies are.
Well, they're not insects. They're actually terrestrial crustaceans. So they live on land, but they're more related to like lobsters and crabs and shrimp, that sort of thing. There's actually giant ones that live in the ocean that are very large.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And how did they get the name roly-poly?
Because they roll up into a little ball when they're scared. Because they don't really have any like nasty teeth or anything. They're basically like little armadillos, which is why the genus name and the family name.
Oh, okay. Which that reminds me, Matt nicely put together a sheet that was also in your little packs that shows you some of the common, what do we call them, insects, kind of?
I say arthropods because that covers like everything, but you can just say bugs.
Yeah, bugs that you can find in your backyard. So, such as the roly-polies. We have some butterflies. What else is on here? Lightning bugs. That's always a fun summertime. I know my yard has been covered in lightning bugs.
Bumblebees. Although be careful around the bumblebees, they do sting. June beetles. This is a cabbage white butterfly. It's the most cabbage white moth. It's the most common moth, and it covers like almost the entire world. Anywhere that there's cabbage or any relative of cabbage growing, like they'll be there.
Interesting.
Their caterpillars are a pest on those.
Which caterpillars is another fun thing to collect.
Yes.
And he was nice enough to put the scientific name, the common names that they are referred to, and some fun facts about them. So even if you don't want to pick up a kit, we have some more of these sheets that will be available for you to pick up as well. But in the meantime, have a scavenger hunt. See how many different bugs and insects you can find. Look under, like he said, wood chips, leaf piles.
Rocks, logs, pieces of wood, leaf litter. They eat dead leaves. So anywhere you're going to find like maybe dead leaves or sometimes lichens, stuff like that, you're going to find little roly-polies. If you ever find a blue one, that's from a virus that they get that actually is fatal. They're very bright blue, and you can't get sick from it because they're so different from you, but that means that one is sick.
Oh. Just a note though, once you're done studying your little insects and observing them, make sure you put them back in the place where you found them, back in their home, so they can go back to their little bug families and continue to populate, because all of these bugs, even though some people might think they're creepy and crawly, they serve a purpose in our world just like we do. So be good and kind to the little living critters.
They're all important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Take pictures, show us what you find. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.